Omni-Man might have started out as just a Superman archetype, but it turned out pretty quickly that he had absolutely no problem killing other heroes. Not very Superman of him, but it did make him a whole lot like another evil Superman out there, Homelander. Now, Omni-Man versus Homelander has been endlessly debated, but I think the more interesting question now is if Omni-Man could pull off something similar to what he did with the Guardians. Could Omni-Man defeat the Seven, maybe even with Soldier Boy and Stormfront thrown in there for good measure? Let's get into it. And just taking a quick look at Omni-Man, well, the dude is seriously powerful. I mean, the guy is the strongest superhero on Earth. Of course, you don't really see many heroes doing stuff like this. He's able to punch straight through the Immortal's chest and snap War Woman's neck. These are the two heavy hitters for Earth's greatest superhero team. Nolan then did it again, punched straight through Immortal and karate chopped him in half. Omni-Man has said before that he stopped an asteroid the size of Texas, which would be like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of tons, then lifted up this massive boulder, which weighs around 500,000 tons, and he was lifting it with just one hand. Omni-Man destroyed the Reaniman, who nearly killed Invincible, and he just tore right through them. He knocked around a massive kaiju monster, which was hopped up on all sorts of drugs and steroids and was humanity's last shot at beating him. Then there's his fight against Invincible. The guy was sending Mark flying miles and miles with every single punch, bull rushing him through streets, down to the ocean floor. He sent the kid flying clean through skyscrapers and into mountains, like just absolutely no chill whatsoever. And this was against his own son, and Omni-Man was holding back because he didn't want to kill Mark, was actually trying to win Mark over to his side. On top of that, I mean, Omni-Man is also insanely durable, no selling laser blast, just standing there like it was nothing. He's taken attacks from all the Guardians, he took attacks from all of them, and was still able to kill all of them, and he took absolutely everything that Cecil could throw at him, including nuclear lasers, straight up nuclear bombs. He brushed it off like it was nothing. He went up against Immortal, who was trying to kill him again, who went about the same as the first time. And in his fight against Invincible, well, Mark tried to punch him, and Nolan didn't even move, didn't even budge. You want to talk about being tough? That's being tough. You put all this together, and Omni-Man was able to go up against the Flaxans, a superhuman, super advanced alien race, and he was just overpowering them, blitzing them all over the place, wiped out all the infrastructure on the planet with his strength and his speed. Omni-Man is something else. He is so much of a threat. He's also just brutal, just absolutely savage. That's a lot of power to throw at the Seven here, and some of them are instantly going to be killed. Now you can pretty quickly throw out Black Noir, the Deep, and Starlight. That's not really a question. Translucent too, just whenever Omni-Man finds him lying around, the creepy little nude perv that he is. You could try and make an argument that Starlight was able to throw back Soldier Boy with one of her blasts, but seeing just how much Homelander was injuring her, well then Omni-Man can do the same thing. Rule of thumb, if Homelander can kill you, Nolan can too. No question about that. So then that leaves A-Train, Queen Maeve, Soldier Boy, Stormfront, and Homelander. And again, I think you can pretty quickly eliminate A-Train and Queen Maeve. A-Train you can throw out because Omni-Man killed Red Rush. And no doubt about it, Red Rush is faster than A-Train. Even when doped up with Compound V, A-Train has an explicit running speed of 371 meters per second, which put him right around transonic speed. Now, I guess you could argue that A-Train is actually faster than that, because he dodged some blasts from Starlight. You could argue that Starlight has light-based attacks, so they move at light speed. Now, that's all an argument, and a bit of a stretch. But you know who's undeniably faster than light? Omni-Man. Just simply flying around, Nolan is much faster than the speed of light. When he left Earth, he traveled to another planet in just a week. And not just any planet, but a planet in the Virgo supercluster, which is 65 million light years away. Traveling there in just a week makes him much, much, much faster than the speed of light. And you know who was blitzing Omni-Man for a time there? Yeah, it's Red Rush. And Omni-Man still managed to get it together and kill Red Rush. He would kill A-Train much, much easier, no question about it. Same with Queen Maeve. Omni-Man's already had this fight before, and he's fought it against a more powerful hero, War Woman. Maybe the most impressive thing that Maeve did was stopping that armored truck and then fighting against Homelander. Well, War Woman is strong enough to actually fight against the Mauler twins, or even Omni-Man for a little while there. And that instantly puts her in a whole different league. Omni-Man can destroy skyscrapers, crack mountains, and War Woman held her own before Omni-Man snapped her neck. Queen Maeve can barely stand up to Homelander. Again, the statement remains, if Homelander can kill you, then so can Omni-Man. So that really just leaves Homelander, Soldier Boy, and Stormfront. And all of them are roughly on the same strength level and power-wise. Stormfront has her lightning blast, which are able to burst apart buildings, but Omni-Man is so tough that he can just completely no-sell building destroying blast. Stormfront's lightning isn't gonna do anything to him. No question here. And Soldier Boy has his energy blasts, which are again building destroying. Omni-Man can completely no-sell those attacks. And the scary thing about Soldier Boy's attack is that it's able to nullify a soup's powers. But that doesn't count for Omni-Man here. It nullifies powers by burning up the compound V in their bodies. Omni-Man doesn't get his powers from compound V, so for him it's just a building level attack which he can easily take. And even though both soups are just as strong as Homelander, being just as strong as Homelander isn't anything compared to Omni-Man. I mean, what's Homelander even bringing to the table? He can easily kill a person, but so can Nolan. And what, he could maybe pick up an airplane if he really wanted to? Omni-Man has done much, much more than that. We're talking like continental level strength with stopping an asteroid the size of Texas. Nothing here even remotely compares to Omni-Man on his lower end. It really is just as simple as, are any of these 7 capable of replicating the power of a nuclear bomb? No? Well, then they have no shot at putting Omni-Man down. Immortal or War Woman or other members of the Guardians could solo the 7. Omni-Man would destroy the entire Boys universe, not even blink an eye. We've seen him do this before. These 7 are nothing compared to him, and he would completely annihilate them. No doubt about it. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. I know you're gonna have thoughts and feelings on this one for sure. If you stuck around this long and made it to the end of the video, that's amazing. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting us. And if you want to go subscribe, well, go subscribe. You're going to see more videos like this one every single week. I'll see y'all then. I'll see y'all next time.